And we're live! Welcome to Boxes of Comics. I am your host, Boxes of Comics, aka Chase, aka the most amazing person alive. So, to recap a little bit of what's been going on, last week we were on Stanible's Prime show, and he is one of our guests tonight. And we had an idea to do conspiracy theories. So tonight, because it is the last Tuesday before Halloween, I decided to do conspiracy theories. And I invited quite a lot of people. So let's get to it. Maybe if you guys want to introduce yourselves, and then we could start talking.
Who wants to go first?
I'm not here.
Somebody's getting a call. Well, I guess I'll start off. I'm Stanibles Prime. My channel is Stanibles Collectors Universe, and usually I don't do conspiracy theory stuff, but somehow last week on my Tuesday night live show at 11 p.m., we got onto conspiracy theories, and we went like 4.5 hours. So tonight, I'm going to be here with Boxes of Comics, and at 11 p.m. Eastern, we're going to be on my channel also. And we're going to talk more conspiracy theories because I got them all. I've been doing conspiracy theory stuff for years. This is just a small batch of books and stuff and different things I've been checking out. So that's all I got for now. Anybody else want to go? Behind the Shadow, love it, Scumbags Rule.
Hey, Boxes, can you send Kid the thing? He says he can't get on.
Hello, I am Lizard.
Somebody's got some bad feedback right now.
I think it's the lizard.
The lizard has bad feedback? No, I don't think it is. He's muted. Is it me?
Oh, is it me?
Not me. It's not me.
No, it's not me. But Kid Collector says he can't get on.
Hey, Tina, how you doing? Tim, how you doing? We got Boxes taking care of some stuff offline here. I think he got a phone call, and it was we just started out. I have no idea who's got all the feedback right now, but there's somebody. But it doesn't. It will just make it through.
I'm confused now.
You're muted, Boxes of Comics.
Yeah, Boxes of Comics is muted. I think he got a phone call because he's got his headphones off.
Lizard, you going to talk or what?
I'm not here. Scumbags rule.
I think Lizard's having some technical difficulties. Well, one of the things I was going to talk about tonight was ancient aliens. Did aliens come and visit us in the past, in the distant past? Did they build the pyramids?
Yes.
Yes, they did. They built the pyramids.
Aliens did build pyramids.
No.
Everybody's leaving.
Ancient civilization built a pyramid.
Hang on. It's the link from our group chat on Instagram.
Man, somebody is definitely fuzzy right now.
Yeah. If you don't have that, I can. Here, I'll drop it in the in this chat. Hang on. Let me do that. So hide this. Control. Wait. Yeah. Control C.
Oh, Lizard's gone. Oh, Lizard's gone. No. What happened to Lizard?
Lizard left us.
There. I think Lizard had. I heard him come downstairs, so he's doing something.
Okay.
Oh well. Someone's very fuzzy.
Yes. I'm going to double check that it's not.
Hang on. How's that?
That is much better.
Much better.
God damn it, it was me.
It's all good. We get things figured out.
No feedback now without the mic in.
That's perfect, man.
All right,
Much
there
better.
we go. All
Much
right,
better.
Add to stream. There he is. He's back, ladies and gentlemen.
Does the Bilderberg Group rule the world?
I've never heard of those people, so yes.
They have a meeting every year,
Oh.
and they're
Top
told they're
government officials
top
who
govern-
break rules.
Yep, top government officials, higher level CEOs and stuff that get together, and it's all to talk about the good of humanity. But there's no reporters allowed, and nobody's allowed to know what they're talking about because it might ruin their fun.
Sounds like Illuminati.
Possibility,
Okay.
you know. Does Bohemian Grove? What do they do at Bohemian Grove? You know, where it's people with a lot of money. It's light off. You can't go in. They have this giant owl statue that's like huge that they worship. There's been a few people that snuck in and took recordings of it. What's going on there?
That is interesting.
Yeah, could be interesting. This is some strange stuff. Like I said, I've been doing conspiracy theory stuff for years. I actually was in conspiracy theories that are now, some of them have been proven that they're not conspiracy theories, like the Gulf of Tonkin, where we fired on our own ships and then said it was the Vietnamese and stuff to go into the Vietnamese War and other things like that. Yeah, interesting. Comes out clean years later. False flag operations. Oh man, this is bad. We're going down a rabbit hole. Take the red pill now. Run.
Two people are crazy.
I can't tell you about that.
Conspiracy theory was a term made by the CIA.
Owls
believe
and
that.
pigeons are robots to spy on us. Nope, not owls, just the pigeons. And only in America. Only in America.
Only in America.
You know how weird that is?
So-
That's like believing the earth is flat. Just weird.
So does the Tasmanian devil spy on people in Australia?
Sure, why not?
Okay, that's theirs. Okay, gotcha.
Well, it's kind of hard because the Tasmanian tiger is only in, or what's dead, so there's none left. And then the Tasmanian devil.
I think Alex is here to try and just shoot down our conspiracies, but that's okay. That's okay. By the end of the night, we'll have Alex. He'll be scared. He'll be afraid to go.
No. I believe that the Americans caused 9/11.
Yeah, that's the thing. A lot of people think that might have been a false flag operation too.
And mine is about missing.
Think?
I believe the media is actually paying Hillary Clinton and Joe Biden are paying the military, not the military, the media to spread disinformation about good old Donald Trump.
Oh well, that's
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
don't know, it's hardcore. Because look what's happened to everything that they blame him for. They're the ones getting caught doing.
exactly. I find that very humorous myself, but it is what it is. Is Kid Collector ever going to join us, or is he being a pup?
He said, if I can get in, mine's about missing 411, and then he says he'll be right back.
Okay.
He knows about 411. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Do you guys know about the 411?
I have no clue.
Nope.
All right, so you know how you got all those lovely, lovely national parks over in America?
Yes.
Well, this is all about people going missing with like no traces whatsoever. Like, there was a little boy who was with his grandfather. His grandfather literally turned around for a second, then turned back because the little boy was running to his mother, and he disappeared. They found him a week later, and he said he was taken by a Yeti or something.
Interesting.
Taken by what?
Like a Bigfoot. Sorry, Yeti's a
Oh, yeah.
Sasquatch, Yeti, yeah, they're pretty much kind of in the same grouping there.
Yeah,
Watching
yeah,
comics.
Yep.
Is that what he's doing now? He's kidnapping little kids?
apparently, yeah.
Well,
It's
they get bored.
Yeah, it's huge on YouTube, man. It's like there's documentaries, there's books,
Yep.
and all that. But apparently, all these people just disappear with no trace of them whatsoever.
Yeah, that's been happening for years at different parks and stuff.
Yeah.
Gosh, I'm trying to think of Oh gosh, I'm having a total brain fart right now. There's a major park in America that like every year there's a couple, 3 people that just disappear, and they're usually kids, and like they never found. You know,
Is it Yosemite?
I can't recall, and I don't want to say the wrong park, but
Let me see.
Hmm.
Perverted political elitists
My dad
trafficking children every year.
exactly. Well, like Jeffrey Epstein there, right? You know,
He was killed by Hillary.
he hung himself right in a cell
No.
where they took all this stuff so he couldn't hang himself.
No, apparently the cameras didn't work. It was all done by Hillary to protect her husband.
Yeah, I mean, it's just,
Yeah.
I mean, not that Jeffrey Epstein was a great guy. I mean, I probably a good thing he is pet gone, and boy, I'm probably going to get some backlash off that. But you know, it's just weird things that happen.
It says here from going back to the national parks, it says Yosemite has the most amount of children gone missing.
Okay,
And you also have the Grand Canyon. And then those are the 2 that I see. Maybe if I click on an article, let's see what it says.
Yeah, I think those are the biggest ones.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Washington
that's a huge
State's
missing.
Olympic National Park.
Now, do you think maybe they're being abducted by aliens in those parks because there's a big enough opening area? Or do you think it's a Sasquatch? Or is Sasquatch an alien?
Or witches.
Could be. Which is?
Let me speak about lizards, please.
Oh, you don't laugh at aliens or Sasquatch, but witches. Whoa. That's a whole different thing, is it?
You do know aliens aren't from outer space, right?
No, they're from the center of the earth, if I'm thinking correctly.
No, they're from the
Wrong answer. They're interdimensional travelers.
Oh, yes, I've heard that one also.
Oh, yeah, I've heard that one.
Yeah, because I've heard the
you talking about
hollow
the
earth
man
theory,
from
the
People?
interdimensional.
That's how the people disappear with no trace. They just enter from another dimension, snatch them, and gone.
Yep.
These creatures have had their claws in humankind since ancient time. And world leaders like Queen Elizabeth, George W. Bush, the Clintons, and Bob Hope are all lizard people.
Lizard's giving up all the secrets of the lizard people. Man, your people are going to be coming after you, lizard, if you're not careful.
Well, as you can see, he's not a true lizard person. He's just one of the experiments gone wrong because he's a giant, oversized lizard. So what happened is that they had to get rid of him, but they didn't realize how smart and intelligent he was and how much information he had processed. So one day I was just walking my dog and I found him, so I took him home.
Hopefully he didn't try to eat your dog.
No.
You know where the people come from, don't you?
They will take me back to Area 53.
Is that the area where they take the lizard people instead of Area 51?
I guess. Oh, yeah, he's nodding.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so how, holy moly. So how many people think the Denver airport is a secret government facility?
Yes,
Oh, well, it is.
I've
it
seen
is.
that one.
Oh, hello.
Yep.
Yeah, my stepdad watched a YouTube video on that one, and it was pretty convincing.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of stuff, and then some of the sick murals they have in there, like death and different stuff, and like it's just something's not right in somebody's head who put that stuff together. Either that, or they are trying to do the typical thing where they're sending you a message, but you have to be smart enough or observant enough to catch it.
Right.
You know, because that's one of the Illuminati's things is they like to tell you what's going to happen, but you have to understand how they're telling you.
Yeah. It's kind of like The Simpsons. I believe that who created Matt Groening?
Yep.
I think he's a time traveler. I really do.
Well, yeah, he predicted 9/11. There's actually a Simpsons episode where it says 9/11, and it's an airplane flying into whatever the 11 was. It wasn't two buildings, but it's still, yeah.
Yeah.
There's a huge big thing about many stuff he's predicted, like Donald Trump becoming president,
Yep.
the pandemic, and all this other stuff.
Yeah, the tsunami and the nuclear power plant explosion too.
Yep. Well, like I said the other day, I think that Gene Roddenberry, the creator of Star Trek, is possibly an alien or a time traveler that came here to
I think about that.
get us ready for stuff.
George Lucas as well.
George Lucas, you think might be a time traveler? Well, he's still alive. Maybe we should try and get an interview with him.
Come
Why
on,
do you think
think
George
about, like,
Lucas is a time traveler?
he had a specific way of doing Star Wars, and in his mind, he said he had it in his mind, but it's way too convincing.
Yeah, in a
Oh.
galaxy far, far away.
Mm.
You
Yes,
know,
and Disney
like
getting 21st Century Fox.
21st Century Fox is owned by aliens or lizards.
Maybe it's secretly owned by George Lucas.
Could be. What do you think about chemtrails manipulating the weather and poisoning us?
Chemtrails are just just vapors. That's been proven just to be vapors. I'm sorry, but that one's just vapors.
That one's this vapor. So you're denying that there's chemicals, there's aluminum, strontium, and barium in some of the chemtrails. Not all of them, but some of them.
Yeah, but see, that could be coming from the planes themselves. Planes do get old. Planes can rust.
Hmm.
Well, I know there's strange things coming from my exhaust sometimes, but to go that long and to hang out that long in the sky, because a chemtrail stays there for like hours, and then all of a sudden you can have perfectly blue skies. Happens all the time in the summer months over here. Perfectly blue skies, not a cloud to be seen. Couple planes fly over, and they always crisscross. It's almost a hashtag, but not quite, because I think that'd be like too obvious. And then all of a sudden you have clouds in the sky, and it's like that's kind of weird,
And then you have a plane fly right through that supposed vapor trail, and it leaves no vapor trail.
Exactly. Yeah, there's just some weird stuff going out there. Like I said, this is I'm very much in the, I don't even want to call them conspiracy theories, because some of them prove out to be just that. People are having some fun and just trying to pull. Some of them are just literally people trying to pull people's legs, and then they end up proving out that that's what they are. But like I said, then there's some of them where all of a sudden you watch enough things, you do enough research, and all of a sudden you start seriously questioning them, because
Like giants. Giants were real.
oh, giants roam the earth. There's photos of them unburying giant skeletons.
Have you seen the photo of the pterodactyl caught by the Civil War guys?
I have not.
Look that one up. Yeah, there was dinosaurs back in the Civil War age.
Well, I guess that's one way to have an aerial attack.
Those giant bones are as fake as dinosaur bones.
Oh man.
What about
Yeah.
the moon landing? Do you think that happened?
Yeah,
I do. I think the moon landing happened.
Never happened.
it happened,
I just
but
don't
not for
know.
the reason why people say
I just don't know where it happened.
it happened on the moon, but it didn't happen for the reason why JFK said it was happening.
Yeah, we
It
had to go
happened-
there to visit the aliens on the dark side of the moon, where they cut
It
communications.
happened on a sound stage.
No, it happened on the moon, and it was to sign a peace treaty with the Greys and the Whites, who now protect our Earth.
Ha 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 ha.
Interesting.
I have seen the
Interesting.
soundstage they built the moon in.
Explain to me how
Oh,
propulsion works in a vacuum.
Lizard's
Well,
picking
that-
size. He also says it was built on a stage.
I have seen the
Again.
soundstage they built the moon in.
How does propulsion work in a vacuum?
Well,
That's
for
a good
starters-
question.
No, for starters, the space is not a pure vacuum.
It's not.
No, look it up. It's not a pure vacuum.
They changed it just last year and said our atmosphere extends out beyond the moon.
Wow. So now they're saying our atmosphere extends out beyond the moon. I hadn't heard
Yes,
that one.
they changed the science to fit
I've never
that
heard that
because of the conspiracy
change
people saying how does propulsion
Wow.
work in space.
I haven't heard that one.
Wow.
Go
That's
ahead,
an
look it up.
interesting one,
Google it.
though. That's an
Google it
interesting
right
one, though. I never thought about that. I know they call them solid rocket boosters because they're using chemicals, to create the boosts. But yeah,
It
that
needs
is kind of
something to
interesting.
push off of.
Yeah, that is kind of, I never thought of that part.
Oh. Huh.
Interesting.
Another one that's up here is let me find a good one. It says civilization on
The
Mars.
password for the arrow to run with is 1, 2, 3, 4.
Mars is just a light in space. Space doesn't exist.
So you're going? Are you going? Are you going back to the like physics thing that basically we all don't exist? We're all on the same plane. It's just the way that we understand and can perceive each other. Is that what you're talking about?
No.
No.
What about the Bermuda?
All the lights in the sky are sonoluminescent,
Hmm.
an electrical charged particle in a water environment. That's right. The space above your head is filled with water above the glass sky.
Interesting. That is the first time I ever heard that one. I'm
Yeah,
not gonna BS. That is a totally new one for me. I'm gonna have to do some research on that one.
If you zoom in with a telescope on any star or heavenly body, you can see the frequency that it oscillates at.
So basically, that's the shimmering that it is because it's oscillating. Okay, that kind of makes sense.
Trying to suck all the air from Earth.
Who's trying? Wait, what did he say? Who's trying to suck all the air from Earth?
Spaceballs is trying to suck all the air from Earth.
Oh, the space balls.
Damn Lord Helmet, anyways.
Lord helmets,
Uh,
always surrounded by hay-holes.
Yeah. I just hope they don't try and jam this transmission.
Damn, Rolling Stone.
Oh, that's a good thing right there. Scumbags rule just put up Department of Truth. You know, that's kind of where we kind of stumbled down this road, wasn't it? Talking about that book.
Yeah.
It's actually a good read.
see, it wasn't my fault. It wasn't Doctor Who. It was the Department of Truth.
Yeah,
which is still
it's Doctor Who, some doctor that flies around and moves through space in a porta potty.
space
That's
and
right.
time. Thank you. Space and time.
Hey, Larissa, how you doing? Oh man, but yeah, it's just I don't know. I got to reread this book here, man. There's a lot of things I forgot about in here. So, who do you think built the pyramids on Mars?
The pyramids on Mars?
Yeah,
Oh, I didn't know there were pyramids on Mars.
Yeah, that's pyramids of Mars.
Now, how do I get you big?
you go down to where I am, and then there should be on my picture there should be like a large symbol. Now, put me up by myself if you want to,
Oh,
so I can show that real fast.
there you go. Yeah.
Right there.
Oh,
And they also think that there is a Sphinx on Mars that is located in proximity with this pyramid, and they also found the two smaller pyramids. This is in essence the largest pyramid, and like right there is you can see right there the shadow of the Sphinx.
huh.
Just remember, take it with a grain of salt. Every photo of space and everything is provided by your great government agency, NASA.
Yeah, North America space. Exactly. I agree.
There isn't a single photo of the Earth from outer space.
Yes, there is. There's quite a few photos.
They're all computer manipulated images.
No, they're just.
This brought up another good point. He said he's talking about Space Force and what are they going to do if we've never actually been to space, and so if they actually go to space for the first time, are they going to bring back pictures and evidence that
Space Force is fake.
Boy, Lizard shot that one down. I think Space Force is for the exploration of Uranus.
nice?
Like Area 51.
Exactly. That's why you do not want to be abducted by aliens.
Well, the army the Air Force just proved that the aliens real. Donald Trump made him say that, release all that freaking documents and all that stuff.
Kid Collector's alive.
Hey, kid. Yes, Tina brings up another point. There is a face on Mars also.
Yes, there is.
And I know they always tried to disprove that this is this or this and that, but it's. So is Area 53, is that the Air Force base, or is that still like
51.
is that like a secret facility like Area 51? Okay, hidden history here. Let's see. Conspiracies and cover
Well,
up.
yeah. How do I'm sorry, I didn't want to mean to cut anybody off, but going back to what Standable said, he was talking about face on Mars and pyramids, and the website I'm on has a picture of that face. So can I go to a website and show it?
Yeah, if you want to show it on your website, what you'll do is you go down, you have the tab already up above your screen where it's
Right.
available. Go to your share screen thing, and then you click on that tab and it should share it.
Okay, where I go to solo layout?
I think so. I think that's where it'll be. I could
Okay.
be wrong.
Solo layout.
And then it should have the share screen down below.
Edit name, edit audio, stop mic cam. No.
You don't have share screen there because that, like mine, it says mute, stop cam,
Yeah, share
cam
screen.
mic, share screen. Yeah, then it'll come up and tell you what to
Share
do.
screen.
And then, like, you want to click on share a browser or whatever it says, and then you can click on that.
Yeah. Share entire screen. I got nothing to hide. Share. All right. Let me go.
There it is. There it is. Yep.
Yeah. And you got like the giant Mars face right here.
Yep.
Looks like hands or a hand. And maybe another face down below. I can.
And then, if I'm recalling right, this plane that this is on, not too far from there, is also where the pyramids are on Mars.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's really interesting, some of the stuff that and what's really scary is I might sound like I'm making fun of some of these conspiracy theories, but I'm really not. All of these conspiracy theories, if nothing else, makes you consider possibilities.
Mm-hmm.
Like Eric von Daniken's book, The Chariot of the Gods. He is one of the first ones to talk about ancient aliens coming here. There's not a single chapter or thing in his book where he says aliens came here and did this. It's like, what if aliens came here and did this? He always asks questions to make you think about it.
Talking about his book, he's actually proven it with the one of those temples where they got the helicopter, tank, and plane.
Yep.
And the helicopter looks exactly like an Apache.
Yep.
The tank looks like an M1. How could they have done that? And they were going, oh, it was an accident. It was just this put over top of this. How could they have
Having red hair, a sense of not belonging to me.
Well, it's like even the Bible I'm a Christian, but the Bible in my ideology.
Here's the list of lizard person traits. Green eyes, good eyesight or hearing. Having red hair, a sense of not belonging to the human race. Unexplained scars on the body, love of space, low blood pressure.
Okay. But low blood pressure, that's cool. But the Bible even talks about a UFO. I think it's Isaiah. I can't remember exactly. It might be. It talks about a wheel inside a wheel spinning in the sky that they see.
Yes.
Well, the way the Bible always depicts is you have like a wagon wheel going this way with a wagon wheel going this way. Well, if you put that the way that UFOs normally look, as far as theology goes, what if you have a wheel going this way and another larger wheel going this way? That's a wheel inside a wheel.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a painting of that.
Yes, exactly. So it's just like I said, I am a Christian. I believe, Jesus Christ is my Lord and Savior. But there's things that, the Bible is even talking about stuff like that, Oh, kids' computers messing with them.
Yeah.
Probably watching too many naughty channels and got a virus.
That kid just do it ugly. Do it on your phone.
Yeah.
Kid's gonna hate me for that and be like, I don't do that.
I sent him the link through Instagram, so maybe he could join through his phone there.
Gotcha.
Lizard people primarily come from the constellation Draco, though there are some theories that reptoids come from other systems like Sirius and Orion too.
I always thought they came from Orion. That's why the pyramids are designed where they line up exactly with Orion's belt and everything like that, and the same like displacement and everything, because that's a constellation or the general space area in space that they come from.
Yeah.
How can they be coming from outer space if outer space is fake?
Well, lizards could live in water, and then the water they come through.
Yeah, but you can't have something from outer space if there's no such thing
Maybe I
as outer
can't say
space.
or they will take me back.
Well, okay.
Oh, going back to my website, one of them says President Eisenhower had a treaty with aliens. In 1954, President Eisenhower is said to have been involved in meetings with extraterrestrials. Originally, in 1953, astronomers had made contact with a race of aliens. During this time, another group of human-looking aliens made contact with the U.S. and warned about the previous group of aliens. They offered to help the United States with our spiritual development and growth and requested for the United States to disarm and destroy all of its nuclear weapons. This request was met with extreme suspicion and was refused by the United States. Later in 1954, when a meeting was set up with Eisenhower and gray aliens, a deal was reached with which was called the Grenada Treaty. This treaty stated that we would keep the presence of the Greys on Earth a secret, and they would exchange us with advanced technology. It was also agreed that they would not make any other treaty with any other nation on Earth. It was also agreed that the Greys would be allowed to periodically abduct humans and examine them and monitor their development with stipulation that there would be no marks and they would have no memory of the event occurring.
Maybe that's why my memory's getting so bad. I'm being abducted.
Damn, good job of keeping that secret they did.
But maybe that goes back to what Standable said earlier and Real Fair Dinkum about the kids missing and then not having any memory about
what happened. It could be, you know, I mean, who knows? I just, like I said, this you can go down so many rabbit holes. And then what's really weird, what I find interesting is a lot of the rabbit holes you go down, they start coming back to each other. Oh my gosh, it's Kid Collector.
He's here.
And what I found out about conspiracies, it seems like the more often that they come back to each other somehow, the more, in my experience, likelihood they have that they end up eventually being proven. That it's no longer a conspiracy theory. It's like people go, oops, that really happened.
They're conspiracy facts.
Exactly. I love that statement. They're conspiracy facts at that point. And, you know, because, I mean, you look at that when Eisenhower signed that treaty. A lot of people go, oh, that's just nutcase. When did we start making giant leaps in technology?
Right.
Precisely.
Aerospace technology, everything. It was like we went from like pretty much cavemen going, oh, Grog, find fire, to like we got an inferno and we have flamethrowers and stuff, you know, and it's like makes you wonder. Lizard is Cool is his new channel. Okay, Lizard is Cool.
Everybody go follow Lizard is Cool.
Sub up Lizard is Cool.
That's pretty good.
I'll be back. Something's wrong with my phone. I'll be back in a minute.
All right,
Alrighty.
that's fine. Let me see what other good ones are here.
Oh, there's so many.
Yeah.
There's so many. I mean, we could, you know, we talked a little bit about flat Earth. It's ridiculous. Oh gosh, let me look through here.
Here's one about the Knights Templar.
Oh yeah.
It says the Knights Templar are widely known for acting as the military and financial wing of the Vatican throughout the Crusades of the 1100s and 1300s. It is officially stated that the Knights of Templar officially ceased to exist in 1312. However, many people believe this organization actually reorganized and has reemerged itself throughout history through other names. For example, it is said in Germany that the Knights of Templar went on to become the Teutonic Knights, who eventually went on to become the Teutonic Order, which went on to provide political support for Adolf Hitler and Nazi Germany. The Knights Templar are also said to have invented modern-day banking, where paper money is created out of the air.
Yep, fiat currency.
To manipulate markets. It is also believed by some that today's banking is still in the hands of the Masonic orders that were the outgrowth of the Knights Templar.
You do know that fiat currency is what they're making money out of space. That's what our dollar bills are. They're fiat. There's nothing backing them. There's no gold, no silver anymore.
They're loaned to the government at interest.
Exactly. The Federal Reserve is not a federal organization. It is a private bank owned by large private banks that lends the government finance money to finance our stuff. And that's why when it came into existence in 1913 was also the first year that we had a proper or a income tax,
Mhm.
because we had to pay for that interest, for that debt. I read a book like about that thick by G. Edwards Griffith. It's called The Creature from Jekyll Island. It talks about the guys, the big bankers that went down to Jekyll Island. I think it's Georgia. It might be Mississippi, but something like that. I think it's Georgia. And they had the secret meeting to develop it. And that is what happened there. And this guy is literally like a college professor. And when you read the book, it's like a report you do for college level. You have to have all your reference stuff. At the bottom of the page has all this reference stuff. Then you go to the back of the book, has the reference there. But yeah, it's called fractional currency. You know, it's why we're
Fractional reserve banking.
exactly. It's why we're in a situation where we have such a large national debt right now. But here's the scary thing: under that system, the son of Satan, if we actually paid off all of our debt, we'd actually be broke. It's weird how
Need
that
no
works.
money.
Exactly. So it's yeah.
So we'd be broke if we paid off all of our debt. That's why.
Yep, there'd be no money
Huh.
because
They
the way
invented credit cards to keep the system rolling, baby.
yep. The country lives off debt. That's why when you hear politicians saying, I'm going to pay off the debt, I'm going to balance them, they in essence, they cannot do it, because if they did, America would be done.
Right. Interesting.
You have to remember the dollar is the petrocurrency that makes the planet.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. That's why China and so many others want to change what is the reserve currency of the world. Because if you ever notice, oil is based on U.S. dollars, gold is based on U.S. dollars. And it is how we do it, because we have the national, not only our Federal Reserve, we have the World Reserve is our banknote, is our reserve note.
Mm-hmm.
There's no gold in Fort Knox.
Oh, I believe that absolutely. There's no gold in Fort Knox. There might be 2 bars, maybe. I mean, how come when like
9/11
Germany
was the biggest bank robbery in history.
How come when Germany asked for their gold to be sent back to them, I don't think they still got it. And they asked for it like 5 years ago. The reserve just kept saying, oopsie, well, we can only send you this much. Well, wait, we were wrong. We can only send you this much. Well, where did all that gold go that was supposed to be on reserves here in America being held in the banks?
There was a reserve bank underneath the North Tower on 9/11.
Yes.
And they found no gold because it was robbed.
Yep. And that's fact. You can look that up and find out about the Reserve Bank underneath the North Tower. That is fact. There is no. Yeah, it's just it's kind of weird, you know. I mean, yeah, like I said, we can go down a big rabbit hole here. I just don't know how far you guys want to go, you know.
However far you guys want to go.
Kids like doing comic books and stuff over there. Trying to be industrious. But yeah, I just I don't know. This stuff messes with my head. I'm not gonna lie, because like I said, there's been so many. You know, I'm 48, so I'm guessing in this stream I could very well be the oldest person here. I know of the lizard kid in boxes. I definitely am. And like I said, it's so wild how many. Holy shnikes! It's so wild how many people, how many conspiracy theories have become conspiracy fact over that time frame, when, like, you know, things that were like people going, oh, that guy wears a tinfoil hat, and then you start researching more and more, and you're like, oh my gosh, and you start really thinking about it. A couple, 3, 4, 5 years later, all of a sudden, boom, it's been proven.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
My conspiracy theory is called Missing 411.
that's a file on your computer.
So it's just about basically how people go missing in these national parks.
Yeah.
And there's no explanation for it.
Yep.
That's what we were talking about at the beginning.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, shoot.
Have you guys ever talked about weather manipulation and like creating earthquakes? The HARP program, the
Yeah.
HAARP.
Yeah, there's another it was talking about it on the website I'm on, but yeah, I've heard about that one.
Yeah, that's really interesting, you know, and I love it. They try and say they debunked it and everything, but the stuff just keeps getting, I don't know. There was a while there where there's somebody monitoring when the HARP program up in Alaska would go live, and how like they can't necessarily measure how intense it was because they say it's to study the aurora borealis and everything. They couldn't really register how intense it was, but if they're just studying it, why are they sending signals back into? And when they'd send them, that it always corresponded with like a hurricane that came
I have a theory.
Dang.
or an earthquake. And it's like that's one of those things where you just go, that's kind of eerie. Did Lizard just say he is Siri? That's the other thing. What about the government listening to us and the businesses listening to
Oh
us?
my God.
Oh, I believe that.
My wife's phone all the freaking time. My wife's phone.
I have a theory.
All of a sudden, Siri starts talking to us.
Yeah.
Or
Or
I'll say anything, hey Siri, or like you're supposed to cue it up.
yeah,
The other one that gets me, watching my smart TV upstairs. I'll be sitting there and my wife and I will be talking about maybe we should take our dog to the vet. Yeah, we should get Coco into the vet to check her hips and stuff. And we say that, and then all of a sudden, like the next commercial when you go online to like whether it's Netflix or Amazon Prime or anything, is about dog treats or hit, and it's like, what's the coincidence of that?
yeah.
You know?
No, it's definitely being tracked.
Yeah.
So
Maybe I should really test it. And one of these days, I'll talk about having really bad hemorrhoids and see if it gives me a Preparation H commercial or something. You know, hey, that'd be weird if that happened. I'd be like, okay, I'm shutting down this TV.
yeah.
What's going to happen now?
Another one is my grandma. She has Alexa,
Yes.
and she'll just be talking to friends about whatever, and then all of a sudden it'll turn on and start talking about whatever she's talking about.
Yep. I have found this. And it's like, nobody talked to you, stupid thing. Go away.
Yeah, they're always listening, making sure that we're stupid.
Well, all of our cars nowadays have GPS in them. They all have tracking systems. You know, every phone has GPS. I mean, it's and people look at that and go, well, it's so handy to help me find this. Well, it's a tracking thing.
Yeah.
Lizard, what you got, buddy?
I have a theory, please hear.
What? What's your theory, Lizard?
Peanuts may look like an 8, but if you flip an 8 on its side, it is an infinity. Which means they're infinity peanuts.
Yep. Infinity peanuts. Got you. Okay, got you. 8 on its side is infinity, which you are correct, and that is peanuts. I like that. So if you eat peanuts, do you get to live for infinity?
Yeah, he's nodding up and down, so
No.
I think it's a yes.
You're infinitely on
But
the
the
toilet.
question is,
Yeah,
then
exactly.
if you eat peanuts and you live for infinity, do you have to eat infinity peanuts in order to live for infinity?
I would think there's probably some technicality like that. Yes.
Yeah, like a peanut a day.
Like, I'll tell you guys, this is not a conspiracy theory, but what you should not eat before you come down in a small room and go on a live stream is sauerkraut and Polish kielbasas, because it smells real bad in my room right now. I gotta turn the fan on. Just saying. Sorry.
At least it's not smell-o-vision; it's just television.
Oh, I wish it was, so you all could enjoy this with me. Oh my gosh. So I'm sorry. I just. So if you hear this, it's my fan. I apologize. It just. Probably a little overshare there. I apologize.
Little.
Now,
There is a fifth
Another-
dimension beyond that which is known to man. It is a dimension as vast as space and as timeless as infinity. It is the middle ground between light and shadow, between science and superstition, and it lies between the pit of man's fears and the summit of his knowledge. This is the dimension of imagination. It is an area which we call the Twilight Zone.
I've been to the Twilight Zone. There's sometimes I think I live in the Twilight Zone.
Like last Tuesday.
Oh my gosh, I was so
That was
freaking
so fun.
tired. I was so tired afterwards. Yeah, it's gonna be tonight. This is fun. Tonight's gonna be more fun. I got some special things loaded up for tonight's conspiracy theory.
Nice.
Like, did aliens assist George Washington winning the American Revolutionary
No.
War? Are you sure?
Yes.
There is reference in his personal diary about seeing a creature of light just before he crossed the Delaware. And the creature of light told him to cross the Delaware. He believed it was an angel.
People believe it's aliens.
But wasn't he gonna cross the Delaware anyway?
He was contemplating not, because it was so dangerous for him to do it. Because literally, that crossing was one of those things that if one little thing went wrong, they were done. And like, we lost the war. We lost it. You know, I just little things that make you think, you know, like that. There's this, you know, is America the new chosen land, the new promised land of God? You know, is it because we came over here and initially our what's that?
Well, if you look at 2020, come on, Jesus Christ, you guys are so far from the promised land. It's not funny.
Oh well, I hear you. I'm just saying.
bad.
The rest of the world just looking at you going, the fuck.
Hey, just because our elections are really weird right now,
Hey, no. Hey, if I was American, I'm probably going to get shot for this one. If I was American, I'd vote Donald Trump. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying
Any vote
girls.
is a vote for slavery.
yeah. Larissa's so curious about the missile silos here in Southern California.
What?
Oh, there's missile silos everywhere.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah. Okay, not to sound rude, but like Cheyenne Mountain Complex. Okay, that is actually, there's a complex there, and it does certain things. But that is basically a false target for any country that's going to attack us.
Yeah,
Because-
that's a tourist trap.
What's that?
That's a tourist trap. That's so. Oh, look at this! Look at this! Oh, isn't that pretty? And the real thing is about 2 minutes down the road.
Yeah, pretty much, exactly. Pretty much. That's again another one of like those Illuminati type things. You put out something that's there so that the enemy, anybody that's got peeking eyes can see it. But the real thing, it's like a magician. Watch his hand over here as he's stealing your wallet over here.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's like the movies. Every movie that they're making all these alien movies. What's these alien movies when the real aliens are over there? That's my theory.
Whoa, do you guys think aliens are real?
Of course they are.
Somebody just got some music coming in. That was
That
almost
was
scary.
my computer restarting.
Yes, aliens are real. However, I am torn between what Scumbag's Rule said about their interdimensional beings, or are they actually time travelers they're actually humans. They're humans, but like the Greys at least, and we see them, but it's because of evolution that their eyes are bigger and they're this different.
Oh.
No,
Yeah.
they're two different things. They're
That's
two different
smart.
things. International beings and aliens are aliens.
Okay.
I mean, have you read the one about the man from Turin or Turin? Something? He went to Japan. Yeah, he went to Japan on a flight with a passport from this place. Had all this knowledge of this place, but it was nowhere to be seen or be it's true. And then they put him in a hotel because they're trying to figure out where he was. And he just disappeared. He was up on like the 42nd floor or something. Just disappeared.
Is it the Malaysia flight? No.
No, that's something else.
The Malaysia
Oh.
flight, there's a theory around that. Because in the
Oh,
black box, there was like a recording from the pilot, and it was crazy.
Yeah, but they haven't
Yep.
found the black box yet. They haven't found a plane or the black box for that.
Well, what do you think about vaccinations? You know, I mean, I think that like a lot of the stuff that's going on nowadays with a lot of people, younger people especially, having all these different problems is because the vaccines actually have hidden crap in them.
Yeah,
No.
they deteriorate people.
No, I'm
It's not hidden. It's written right on the labels.
Exactly. You're right. They are, but you got to just actually read the labels.
I'm all for vaccination.
Actually, we are the aliens
What are they?
infested this planet. And the Illuminati,
Vaccinations?
COVID-19 pandemic. It's a systemic way of getting
Do
the
you guys think the
people
Illuminati
take
real?
vaccination.
Yes.
That will be the end of us.
Mhm. Mhm.
Yes, I believe the Illuminati is
Do
real.
you guys do think the
There-
Illuminati is real?
There's definitely a higher organization that goes about and controls a lot of stuff that happens in the background, whether you want to call it deep state, Bilderberg group, whatever, but they go through and they control a lot of
Yeah.
stuff in the background that we don't get to see and don't even really know. I mean, how many different things have they found out later that are true? Like, Lee Harvey Oswald, when he supposedly killed John F. Kennedy, the guy saying, I don't remember what happened, this and that. Then they discovered that he was a CIA operative, also a foreign national operative with supposedly Russia. But then they find out he might have possibly been part of the MK Ultra program, which was chemical interrogation and mind control techniques that the CIA was checking out.
Wow.
So maybe he was mind controlled and he killed him.
Could be, or maybe he's just the scapegoat.
Yeah.
I mean, because if you look at that whole thing there, you have Lee Harvey Oswald. Before he gets out of there, gets shot by a cop and kills him. Then the cop gets shot like a day later. I think it's a day, maybe it's hours later, and gets
Dang.
killed. What's the first rule of assassination?
Hang on,
Don't
didn't
even-
Lee Harvey Oswald? Hang on,
You
Didn't Lee Harvey
assassinate the
Oswald get-
assassin.
Oh,
Yeah, but-
what?
Yeah.
Didn't Lee?
It's
hang
like
on,
Star
hang on.
Wars.
Hang on. Stop. Didn't Lee Harvey Oswald get killed by a club promoter or something? Not a cop.
No, he's a cop.
No, yeah, he was a
Then
cop.
who was the club owner? Who did he kill?
The cop.
Oh,
Mhm.
okay. All right. But he's still alive, isn't he? He didn't get shot.
I don't know.
Can you explain that one? Yeah.
Now, this is a very serious question to you guys. Do you all see black helicopters flying around every now and then?
Yeah.
Like unmarked, no tail numbers, no nothing, and they're not army helicopters because a lot of army helicopters and stuff
yeah.
won't have tail numbers and stuff.
I don't think I have.
No, I'm in Australia, so we don't get things like that.
Just like how you don't get video pigeons.
I'm not sure if I have or not.
Okay. Tell me when you want me to add you.
So what are the helicopters then?
They're just deep state helicopters like CIA and others flying around and just secret military organizations. It's just and here's a conspiracy theory for you. Can kind of go in with the pigeons. Israel animal spying. Conspiracy theorists exist alleging that Israel uses animals to conduct espionage or to attack people. These are often associated with conspiracy theories.
I told you.
And in 2011, capture of a Griffin vulture carrying an Israeli labeled satellite tracking device.
And a vulture is a bird, like a pigeon is a bird. Therefore, it is
Coincidence.
real and connected. It's not a coincidence.
Coincidence.
Nope.
Mate, they were using pigeons back in World War II and World War One. There's a
Yes,
pigeon that
carrier pigeons.
Yeah.
There's a pigeon that has medals.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, there is actually.
Coincidences.
Nope. Pigeon's gonna take over the world.
I'm worried about the insect drones.
You know what I'm honestly worried about? Is they're starting, used to be you'd watch Star Trek and they're talking about nanobots, nanotechnology.
Oh yeah.
What are they actually working on now?
Nanos.
Nanos?
And I'll guarantee you anything that they're telling us about, they are probably at least 5 to 10 years ahead of that in their true research.
Yeah.
You
It's
gotta
like-
put your
You haven't listened to Alex enough. It's 30 years, man. 30!
Alex sometimes says
Oh,
it's
wait.
I think he's a little off sometimes on those.
30 years! Damn it!
What's going on?
Wait.
Oh my god.
Hello, I am back.
Hello. Then you got to watch out for the men in black that come around. Lizards should
So
be
do you guys
very
believe
careful
in the Men
about
in
that.
Black?
I've seen the men in black.
Man, I must be lucky.
I'm not lying. I'm not lying. I can't remember what flight it was or what airport it was at. But when I was younger, flying home in the Marine Corps, I can't remember if it was either Charlotte or Raleigh, North Carolina, because that's where my flight from the little town I was in outside of Camp Lejeune went to. I'm going through the gate, or actually I was through the gate because I was behind security, and here's like these 4 guys dressed in black, and it's like really eerie because like back in that time, this is like 91, 92. I had never heard of the Men in Black.
Mm-hmm.
And they all were like dressed in the exact same, had like the black hats, and they were wearing their sunglasses inside, which okay, I can understand. But it was this, I got this like, even now talking about it, hair and back of my neck standing up, got this super eerie feeling about them. And then, got on a flight and came home. And it was like, I never thought about it again until later on in life, like 10 years later, I heard about the Men in Black. And I was like, okay, that's like I'm saying, even right now, I get a weird chills and maybe there's just a bunch of guys trying to be the Blues Brothers or something, but it's just eerie. You know what I mean? Sometimes, I don't know if you all get those sometimes feelings when you're someplace or doing something that like just something's not right.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the feeling I got about them,
I have met them.
So what do you think the Men in Black do?
They go out and they take care of like your thoughts and try to be like the first interviewers for you. Like if you have an extraterrestrial sighting or thing, they try to be the first people that get to you to talk to you, whether or not it's actually human agents or it's alien agents, because like with the conspiracy that is there with Eisenhower and stuff signing, it's just really. We got the all CNI on the screen. I'm really scared now. We're in trouble. All
It's the
CNI
Men
is
in
coming.
Black.
Jesus Christ! Don't give me nightmares.
That's crazy.
They took me.
They took Lizard one time.
I got one for you.
Okay.
This is the old one. Jack the Ripper.
Area 53.
Jack the Ripper is also H.H. Holmes.
Yes.
Yep.
I've heard that one.
Heard that.
What?
Mm.
H.H. Holmes.
Don't look it up, kid. Don't Google it. You'll have nightmares.
Don't Google it.
You'll have nightmares for months.
About 20 minutes, there'll be a knock on your door.
No, stop. No.
It's gonna be the Men in Black,
No.
I told you not to Google it.
and it's even on our T-shirts.
Yeah, anything I recommend, don't Google it. Jesus.
Have you ever heard about targeted?
Confessed to 27 murders.
Well, he did a lot more. He did a lot more than that.
Well, that's what he confessed to. Yeah.
No, that's what they. I think that's what they stopped. And they went, no, stop now, please stop. We don't want to hear anymore.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard about targeted individuals that literally, like they're being observed and watched by the government, and like they actually find out they actually are because like bank accounts and different things get frozen.
Yeah, there was that guy in
Yeah.
LA who was killed because he was showing everyone that he was getting targeted.
Yeah.
And he actually proved it. There was like cops at his front of his house, and there were people going through his stuff. And
Yep.
he goes one night, "I'm going to get killed, and this is why." And then an hour later, he was dead, and they reckoned it was suicide, but it was proved not to be suicide.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
what do they watch you for?
Well, he was exposing the LA police for corruption.
Yeah, he is exposing. That's usually what it comes from. We could all end up being targeted individuals because we're talking about conspiracies and about things that certain people don't want you to know about.
You guys will be. I'm safe in Australia.
Oh no, Alex, you're
No.
not safe.
The Men in Black
they'll
always
find you,
find
man.
you.
No, it's just weird things like that. Just different things. It's like, what do you think about 5G?
Oh, it's awful.
Oh, I saw an article that it can make you sick.
Yeah, microwaves you
5G 's
basically.
fine. It's normal. 5G's okay.
How?
How do you
Man,
not want it for the internet?
They're microwaving us.
No, they're not. It's been set at a lower frequency than normal. There's been studies done. It's all fine. 5G is
Yeah,
fine.
they're saying it's like
Maybe-
ultra low frequency, but those all mess with you.
Government studies.
Have you seen the
Exactly.
theory that if you're on your phone too much, horns grow in your head?
No, but I've heard that it gives you cancer.
Yeah.
I mean, that's actually been pretty much proven
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah,
if you're on
because
your
you're pulling in the radio frequency.
Oh, everything gives you cancer these days.
How long does
Walking
it
down the street
take?
gives you cancer.
Usually it's like a lot of exposure, but
Mine's 8 hours a day.
with the phone stuck to you, like held right to your ear.
Oh no, I'm never on the phone.
Yeah, if you did that, then, or like a lot of people carrying it in their back pocket and stuff.
Yeah.
Get butt cancer.
It's mostly like the
What do
boomers
you,
that talk with their phone. That's what
Hmm.
they're going.
There's a lot of things that, really makes you think, I mean, like I said, I've seen some weird things. Well, this isn't a conspiracy theory, but this, I guess technically it could be, but like a haunting or like things that you see, extra sensory things. Again, I was coming home from the Marine Corps, me and another person, we was driving home. This guy lived down south of me, still here in Michigan. And I want to say it was West Virginia as we was driving home. It's like 2:30 a.m. And I'm driving, and he was kind of dozing off, but he remembered seeing it too. Side of the road, it's like all of a sudden it got like super bright, and there's like 3 crosses there. And like, but it's like weird. It's like just like this like beam of light coming down. I thought, man, that is the most intense light beam ever. Those people must be paying one heck of a power bill to pay for that. Well, we get to the gas station like 15 miles from there because that time of night back in the day, if you got half a tank, you'd stop and fill up. Filling up, and we're talking with the guy there, and he's like, "There's nothing back there," and we're like, "What?" He goes, "People see this all the time. There's nothing back there," and we're like, "Oh, BS!" So we got in our car, left, drove back, and came back, drove back the highway, the opposite side, came across where we knew it should have been because we went back at least 10 miles further than we should have. Never seen it.
Wow.
He said that's where like 3 kids got killed in a bad car accident.
Who was driving? You or the guy who was tired?
I was.
Okay, because I was going to say, the guy
Have
who
you
was
seen
tired.
anything like extraterrestrial, like alien?
No, it's not extraterrestrial, but it's just like spiritual type things.
That's crazy.
Yeah, no, that was
man.
someone saying, that was someone protecting you, saying, "Wake up, pay attention." That's what that was.
Yeah, I've had that happen. Have you ever, like, this is no joke. We kind of touched this the other. Have you ever been like laying in bed, or maybe not even laying in bed, but like just someplace, and you hear somebody tell you like, "Wake up"?
Mm-hmm.
That freaks the holy crap out of me.
Or for me,
Yeah.
it's not really like another person's voice telling me to wake up. I'll just like be laying in bed on my phone or watching TV, and then all of a sudden, like out of nowhere, it'll be like, "Wake up" or "Go do that." Like an urge to go do it. It's not necessarily like a voice, but yeah.
Yeah, it's just, like I said, I've seen some weird things and experienced some weird things. There's just been weird stuff I've
Tell
seen and
them
heard.
all.
You don't want me to.
Tell them.
Okay, the Mackinac Bridge. That's the bridge that connects Lower Peninsula and Upper Peninsula of Michigan. There has been a long-standing story. It's usually the guy gets on the Lower Peninsula because you can't pick up hitchhikers once you're on the bridge, and hitchhikers, you cannot walk across the bridge except like on Labor Day. So there's all these stories of people like seeing a hitchhiker, so they stop and pick him up, and they driving across, and they have this real peaceful feeling. They're not scared of nothing, but he's talking about the end is coming, and everything's going to happen and this and that. Well, they get to the toll booth on the north side, the Upper Peninsula side, and they look over and he's gone. And they're freaking out, and they're telling the toll booth, "Oh my God, somebody jumped out of my car or something. I don't remember him leaving." They're like, "No, there's nobody." This happens, I guess, from my understanding, like upwards of 10 times a year.
Wow.
So, yeah, it's weird.
Hold on,
It's
guys, I'm
always
gonna go
the same
upstairs,
story.
'cause I'm a little scared in my basement. Oh,
What about over in England? Have you heard about the bridge over in England where
stop.
it's now illegal to take your dog across because your dog commits suicide?
Because your dog does what?
Yeah.
Commits suicide. The dog
Really?
jumps off the bridge.
Oh,
You're
I
not allowed
heard
to-
that one. I've heard
You're
that
not allowed
one,
to-
yeah.
It's a real bridge. You can't take your
Yeah.
dog across on a lead and run next to you.
Because the dog will just decide to jump off the bridge?
Yeah.
Yeah, and the weird part is, right, if the dog jumps off the bridge and survives, it comes back up and jumps off again.
That is strange. Yes, that would be strange.
Yeah,
That's weird.
It's over in England.
It's weird.
It's crazy.
It's very strange. Oh man, I don't know. Like I
Scary.
said, there's so many, and there's so many that we haven't even touched on yet. You know, I mean,
Hold on. Let's touch up all of this stuff when I get to my room.
With the Rock'em Sock'em Robots.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
No, I'm at my mom's house. There ain't no robots in here.
Did you watch the footage? I was right.
No,
He was right.
I
They
watched
did
it
move.
multiple times. There's
it
no
does look
freaking
like that one
robots.
move. I think it's just his camera refocusing, but it does look like it moved because
Several times. I rewatched it on different computers, and
I
other
saw a
people watched it as
pixel.
well. And everyone said it moves.
They moved.
Yeah.
Crap.
like I said, I don't know if it really moved or not, but it definitely looked like it did. I think it's just his camera was
It looked
refocusing or
like
something.
camera refocusing.
But
That's
yeah,
what I say.
that was
Don't get the all seeing eye right here.
What?
Yeah, I don't know, man. I just
Hey, we're gonna go upstairs.
I'm not here.
I'll leave you upstairs.
What about the fact that, around the world at multiple times, at the same time, all these different pyramids were made and they all line up?
All right, I'm safe. My brother's upstairs.
all the different people would do what?
They build, like the Aztecs build their pyramids, the Egyptians build theirs. Other people have built pyramids in Asia, and every single one of them all line up. They all line
Yeah.
up.
I think that has to do with ley lines, lines of power on the earth.
But they all build the sort of exactly same pyramids too.
Yes. Some people would say that's just because a natural pyramid forms like that, and it's an angle that if you just dump sand that it comes out to that degree.
Mhm.
But to me, it's like, okay, they've proven that they could build these. Why make it to where it's exactly that degree? Why not be a different degree? Why not be, And now
And
they
they're all
found that
built the same way. They're all built the same
exactly.
way. I mean,
And
like,
now-
you can't even fit a credit card through most of them because of that nice and tight, and with no mortar. Every single one of them built without mortar as well. Come on.
Yep. Well, what about like the Nazcan Plains down there in Peru, where like they for years didn't even realize that all these symbols and pictures were carved into the side of the mountain and flat place on the mountain and everything. And from the air, you could see them like you got like lizards and snakes and
Well, they got
dogs
that
and
in
stuff.
England as well. They got that in England as well.
Yeah. Yes, they do. Yes.
They have lizards.
Yeah, the Nazcan Plains. It makes you think because what are these people trying to do? Why were they trying to talk to somebody in the sky?
And what about in the Nazca airplanes?
Yes, those planes that they've actually
Like
built
those-
models off them and they fly.
Yeah.
They try to say it's a bug. It's like, okay,
No,
I've never
and
seen a bug with flat wings that are V-shaped back, a dorsal fin, and then another set of wings in the back.
Yeah.
If that bug exists, it's definitely extinct now.
All those the carvings in the Aztecs, the exact same carvings as in Egypt.
Yes,
Like the ancient alien.
yes.
Careful.
Yeah, that's one of the things too. There, where you look at stuff like that, where like they basically have like the same type of carvings, designs, and what's the odds? Different continents.
Yeah, at the exact same time.
Yep. What about the giant heads on Easter Island?
Actually,
Yeah.
it's been proven
That's
they're not just
crazy.
heads. There's stuff underneath them.
On Easter Island, yes, exactly.
Like what type of stuff underneath them? Like
Like
technology?
bodies. No,
Oh.
they've got bodies.
Yeah.
Some of them
Bodies?
bodies.
But how the
Bodies?
heck did they move those things?
What?
Yeah, where they get the wood to move them and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Easter
What?
Island
I've never heard of this before.
conspiracy theory.
Hey,
Yeah, it's nuts. Those statues weigh. I don't want to guess how many tons they weigh.
tons.
Thousands of them.
First article that comes up is from CNN. I don't know if I should trust that source now.
No, go stay away from CNN. Fake news.
Easter Island. Here's one from inversehistory.com.
Something to startled kid. He jumped.
Is it because I said CNN?
That was my dog.
Yeah, Easter Island. You know. Well, heck, what's going on up here in northern area up here in the Oak Island where they're trying to find that treasure?
What?
Oh, that is so cool, that one.
Yeah.
Oak Island?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Oak
it's
Island.
called Oak Island. It's a curse, and they're trying to find the treasure. It's a TV show.
Isn't it like one more person's got to die first before
Yeah,
they
I've
find
seen
it?
that.
That's what they say. Yeah.
Well,
I remember seeing the Reader's Digest article like in the 70s about that, and that piqued my interest.
you left.
Did you say it's cursed?
They say it's cursed. Yeah.
Where?
Yeah.
What about
Yeah.
over in
No.
is it Utah or Arizona, the Devil's Mountain, where it's supposed to be full of gold, but anyone who goes there dies?
Yes. There's
What?
those ones too. Yep.
Devil's Mountain?
Yep. Well, there's also a forest in Japan that like people get attracted to, and like then they go in and die.
Oh yeah.
They find
that was real.
people's tennis shoes hanging on the trees and stuff.
Yeah, they find like whole tents and whole
Yep.
like everyone's
Yep.
belongings all there.
No sign of them otherwise.
I found that one out because at not Scary Farm they did a maze about it.
What's his name? Didn't got in trouble for it. What's his name? That
Logan
YouTuber.
Paul.
Yeah,
Logan Paul.
yeah, that drop kick.
Hey.
Yeah, no,
let's be a little easy on Logan Paul, okay?
Well, he's a drop kick.
That's my dude.
That guy's a drop kick.
wow, kid. I'm concerned about you.
Was it
You
terrible?
poor
This
guy.
is where you leave my screen. Bye bye.
He was a scum guy. for doing that.
Wait. Let's look at it this way. These two guys are Stan and Logan Paul. Someone's making good life choices.
What? I'm confused. I'm confused now.
His two favorite YouTubers are Logan Paul and Stanables.
Of course, me. I understand. Logan Paul, I have questions about.
I'm just saying,
First,
someone's life choices. I don't know.
Logan Paul has changed a lot.
No.
No, he hasn't. He's a drop
Yes,
kick.
he
He now
has.
thinks he's flat.
That was 2 years ago.
Okay, I'll text you.
Do you know how many like people I could have watching my channel if I sat here and just ate like hot stuff and did stupid stuff all the time?
Isn't that what you do all the time anyway?
I don't do stupid stuff all the time, Alex. Just quite frequently.
Okay.
Because like I love hot and spicy stuff. You know, like you go to the wings place,
Wings and things, or
Yeah,
Buffalo Wild Wings.
Buffalo Wild Wings. I
Oh,
always
so good.
order some of the hottest one they have, the ghost pepper ones.
Nuh-uh.
Oh, man, those are so good. Then I literally sit there and just pour sweat off myself.
Speaking
So
of
gross.
hot stuff, did you see Dunkin' Donuts now has
A
a
ghost pepper?
ghost
Yes.
pepper donut?
I want to try that.
No.
It's actually supposed to be really good.
Well, this will tell you how stupid I am when it comes to peppers. I don't know how we got into this. When I was in the Marine Corps in my school, one of the instructors brought in Carolina Reapers, and I'd never heard of Carolina Reapers. And he made the deal. It was Friday, and he made the deal with us. Anybody that can eat one of these peppers at 11:40 and stay here till noon and not freak out and have to leave to go get something to drink, you have the rest of the day off. You're good for the class. You're done. Just make sure you go over this part for your things for one day. So like me and like 5 other people did it. I'm the only one that survived. The other 4 ran out of there like in 5 minutes. I took that pepper. I'm literally sitting there like almost in tears. My ears are hurting and everything. Our gunnery sergeant comes in. He looks. He goes, "Oh, you did your pepper challenge again, didn't you?" And he's like, "Yep." And he looks at me and goes, "Yeah, he's obviously one of them dumb enough to try it." Well, I made it. I ran from there down to the little PX, got a half gallon of milk, started chugging it without even paying for it. I get up to the counter, and the lady's laughing because she's like, "Oh, you must have had Staff Sergeant so-and-so's class. He does this to every class." I'm like, "Oh, that pepper was hot. Oh, my gosh." You had to eat the whole pepper in one shot. I tell you,
I could beat that story.
freaking hot.
I can actually beat that story. And I've got video proof of it on my YouTube, but it's private. I got dared $100 to snort Ghost Chili CCs.
Ow!
Oh,
Did
$5.
that clean out your sinuses for a while?
Yes, the $5.
I like if you want later on I can put the video on public so you just can watch how bad it was.
Oh man, like I'm tearing up thinking
I
about it.
would love to see that.
I'll put it on public for you guys, just for you guys for about an hour.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
Alex, what the heck were you thinking?
Hey, $100 is $100.
Was it worth the pain?
Yes, $100 is $100. But it was bad. It was like I had tears coming out of my eyes for like hours.
Oh man, I don't know what to think. I don't know what to think about this.
Yeah, it was bad.
Alrighty.
Just a little bit more, Tina. Just a little bit more.
Lizard's got his handler there with him.
I'm sorry, but is his headphones camouflaged?
No.
You're a Call of Duty guy.
It's a figment of your imagination. He doesn't really exist.
Gee.
Lizard is projecting him so that we feel more comfortable.
Yeah, but unfortunately, I can see the hand.
I'm pretty sure we do.
Did he talk?
I'm not
Yes,
sure.
I can talk.
Alrighty.
You guys are correct. Mate.
I think I might have to leave and go do some stuff.
Well, you're no fun.
I never said I was fun. I got to go drink a pot of coffee before 11 o'clock so I can be wired for my hanging out with Stanables live.
That's gonna be awesome.
It's going to be something. I don't know if it'll be awesome or not, but it'll be something. We are going to have
I was
fun.
never here.
We are going to have fun. It is going to be nuts.
And then
It
I
is
have to
good.
wake up at 8:30.
That's okay. I'll probably have to get up at 3 a.m. with my dog so she can go outside and pee. Otherwise, I got to clean up pee. So that worked out perfectly last week because I was up when I heard her up there. I'm like, oh, I'll go let my dog out. She's just looking at me like, what are you doing here? So
I don't have to get up at all. I'm on holidays.
you're on holidays now, Alex?
Yeah, I got a week.
How?
I applied
Wait, how
for
do you
holidays
have
and
a
they said,
holiday?
It's vacation. Holidays is what.
Oh.
oh, sorry, yeah, sorry. I don't speak American. Sorry,
Yeah.
I speak English.
That's what we speak. Just not as great.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. Are we going to dig down any more conspiracies tonight on it right now?
You can do
Oh, I
it.
can hear you.
You're muted right now, Boxes. We can still hear you, but your main mic's muted.
We could do
Remember,
it.
Doesn't matter
90%
to me.
of these conspiracies are true. I was never here.
Oh, man. I tell you, it is going to be interesting.
Just
Yeah.
remember, Australia is fake, and I'm just an actor.
Well, Finland's not real either.
No, I thought it was Iceland's not real. Or Greenland. One of those ones.
Man, there's so many conspiracies. It's just nuts. I mean,
Speaking of conspiracies, I picked up Department of Truth number 82. It was fire.
what's this one
So
about?
number one.
This was about he was a kid and he was involved in satanic rituals. It was dope.
Oh, speaking of that, there was a movie called. Oh, crap. I can't think of the name, but it has the grandma dies and the kid or there's an older brother and a younger sister. And the younger sister had always been the grandma's favorite and whatnot. But then the older brother goes to a party and like he wasn't supposed to be there, and his sister went with him, and all the way home she was throwing up, and then like she dies because her head comes off when they were driving. And then anyways, the grandma like takes control of like the family, and the kind of makes the kid go nuts because the boy doesn't believe in any of the like afterlife or satanic rituals like his sister did. And then at the end of the movie, he like becomes the new guy.
Oh, is it Hereditary?
Yes, I was looking it up. It is Hereditary.
Yeah.
I haven't had time to see that one.
That
Well,
one's good.
all the like different rituals, whether they're quote unquote satanic or anything like that, is because words have power and symbols have power. Again, even just going back to the Bible from a Christian prospect, it is said, Jesus says, asking it, will be yours. And some people say, well, that doesn't mean I ask for $1 million, it doesn't become mine. It doesn't say that. It asks if you truly believe if you ask for it, it will be yours.
Mhm.
Might not happen instantly, but it will be yours. That right there is telling you that words have power.
I've got one. Don't take offense to this one, Stan, but I've got one that's really, really, really insane.
Okay.
Jesus Christ, the actual Jesus Christ, was the very first recorded vampire.
That's an interesting
That's
one.
a unique one. I'd never heard that one.
Oh,
What?
In his Last Supper, right? In his Last Supper, what did he say?
Oh, drink this and this is my blood. Yep.
This is my flesh, and
Body
you'll have
and blood?
eternal life.
But again though,
And-
Alex, that was just symbolism. That, like I said, symbols have power.
yeah.
That's what a lot of people think. See, I went to a Christian school, and I got in big trouble for this theory because he also was killed but raised from the dead.
Well, then there's many people that believe Christianity came from actually the Egyptian creation of their stuff. They worship the sun. They worship the sun god. The sun god. Oh, it is the sun. You know what? We are worshiping the son of God.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And the 3 days is a resurrection is also the time that it is for the solstice before the moon comes up again.
Here's the biggest fact. The Amun Ra, as they say,
Mhm.
Amun. Well, in Egypt, they didn't have. Is it
Blizzard will do some research on the Mandela effect.
Hang on. So they had the A, the E, and all that. Egyptians didn't have that. So if you put Amun into English language, it actually means amen.
Exactly. Amen. Exactly.
And Moses was a priest. Moses was a priest of this religion, and it was originally done by a pharaoh who got rid of all the religions and only had the one religion, and that's where the Christian religion comes from. It's the sun-worshipping religion.
Yeah, like I said, it's really, you can go down some really deep things that'll scare you, confuse you, anger you. You know what I mean? It just depends on,
Blizzard will do some research on the Mandela effect for tonight.
Mandela
You do that,
effect is
Lizard.
a whole other thing.
The Mandela effect, exactly. That's a good
Yeah.
one to talk about.
That's the whole big rabbit hole.
Well, what about this one? What about some people believe the Pope is the Antichrist?
What?
Yeah, there's a conspiracy theory out there about that.
It's
That
crazy.
the Pope is the Antichrist.
How?
Which Pope?
Whatever seated Pope there is.
Francis? No,
And
no.
then
not
there's
Pope
also one that the last name Pope was Pope Benedict II, which was the last Pope before this Pope, and that this Pope is for
Nothing.
sure the Antichrist.
The last
Oh,
Pope,
yeah,
the last
I forgot.
Pope was a
Smith.
Nazi.
What are like things behind it? Like,
Well, there's all sorts of conspiracies about the Vatican and stuff. I mean, we could be here for literally hours on that, but boy, I tell you, we'd probably tick off a lot of people.
The Vatican
You
helped the
know.
Nazis get to Argentina.
Yep.
what's the Vatican?
It's where the Catholic religion, their home in Italy, in Rome.
What do they teach you guys in school over there? Jesus. American education. Wow. Sorry.
Yeah, no, it's really interesting. Like I said, there's so many conspiracies involving the Vatican that you could make a whole like 6 or 7 hour show on that alone.
Yes. Yeah, like just in the vault itself.
Yeah.
So,
Hmm.
oh shoot.
The Vatican, kid, is literally its own nation inside another nation. It's the Catholic.
It's the
Nation.
second smallest country.
Yeah,
Yes.
I think- Sure. What's the 5? Carly just said, "Do you want the box?" And they'll talk to what's called.
I mean, you can prove that the the Catholic religion comes from the
So
Egyptians.
that's what I'm getting instead.
Everywhere they got
So, what are
obelisks.
some theories of the
everywhere.
Vatican?
It's just like I said, we could do a show on that for people that are better versed on it than I am, and you could literally do 5 hours on that, not even trying.
Is it like a laboratory?
No, the Vatican City is where the Pope lives. It's a country. It's its own country. They have their own military forces. They have
What?
It's a country inside a country.
Holy crap!
Yeah, look it up. Vatican. How do you not know about the Vatican City, man?
Huh?
They have their own bank. They've been accused of laundering money for many bad people.
Dang.
Mafiosa.
Yeah, it's like I said, they got their own archives. It's really
I
It
must
could,
look this up.
it could be interesting. That could be an interesting one to go down. You know, like I said, we could go for hours on that one.
Yep. I mean, they got their own sects inside the Vatican's. This religion and that religion. They believe this part of the Bible and they believe that part of the Bible.
Yep. Yeah, it could, like I said, that could be nuts. Probably tick off a lot of people, but I said, none of these conspiracy theories are meant to tick anybody off. It's just trying to make you think about things, and some of the conspiracy theories, I'll be the first one to admit, some of them I think are absolutely bat crap crazy.
Mm-hmm.
But what happens if someday it gets proven and all of a sudden it's conspiracy fact then?
Yeah.
MK Ultra.
Yeah, MK Ultra. Yeah, exactly. That was proven. That was the mind control for the CIA was doing.
Yep.
And then people say, "Oh, well, your government wouldn't do that to you." Oh, I don't know. They just injected black army soldiers with syphilis back in the 40s.
They did?
And gave
Why?
5-year-old LSD.
Yep. To see
Wait,
the
why?
effect they'd have on them.
Oh.
Yeah, it took years for them to prove that.
Wow.
Crazy.
So yeah, you can't believe anybody that goes, well, my government wouldn't lie to me is a fool.
Yeah.
And I don't care who's in power, the Democrats or Republicans, the Duobots, the Hulabots, whatever. Yeah, your government is not going to tell you everything because they'll deem it either that it's too important for you to know, and if you knew, you'd whatever. So yeah, it's just it's like there's a bunch of conspiracy theories about FEMA, Federal Emergency Management Agency. That they're actually building concentration camps. So when the government decides to take over a military coup, that they can have a place to put people like me that'll stand up against them and that will not allow it to happen. Because I swore an oath to the Constitution when I joined the Marine Corps to protect and defend the Constitution against all enemies, foreign and domestic. Mm-hmm. And I'm one of those people that I don't believe an oath just means, well, that was just for the 4 years I was active duty. No, that's a lifetime oath to me.
Yeah.
And so. Yeah, it's just, and then you look at some of the camps they build. Well, these are emergency areas that, to take care of people. Okay, so why do you have concertina wire on top of it and all the wires in?
Take care of people. It is to take care of people.
Yeah, just not in a nice way, Right. It's like, TSA, Transportation Security Administration, they frisk you and do all this other stuff to take away your basic civil rights just so you can fly. But,
did you hear about what happened recently in Qatar?
No.
Their version of TSA pulled all the females off this one flight and did these invasive medical searches on them.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's what I'm saying, and then when you ask, why don't you just do a little profiling? Oh, we can't profiling because that's wrong.
But yet they can do what they're doing.
Mm-hmm. It's like, I don't know. It's just.
Do you think our government is creating a bioweapon?
Oh, absolutely. It's public that they are.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, they've got anthrax.
Yes. Anthrax, they got stuff that's above and beyond that. Just like this Wuhan COVID-19 right now came out of the Wuhan chemical warfare plant that they have, but they're saying it came from an open air market. Oh, BS. No. It's a mutated virus that can only be, and the thing that's mutated can only be man done.
It's just like
Oh.
AIDS. AIDS came from someone eating monkey meat. Come on.
Yeah. I mean, Lyme disease. I'm sure you've heard of Lyme disease, right?
Mhm.
That came from Lyme, New York, which was just right outside of, I can't remember the island that used to be there, which was a chemical warfare plant that they were studying what the Nazis were going to do about making insects that could do stuff. Oh, and one tick got away, and that's what started it.
Dang.
Like
Now,
space-
now they've moved. Now they've moved that island to it's now a base or a camp, a research facility. Sorry, and I think it's Kansas.
It's like the Spanish flu back in World War One, the one that wiped out nearly half the earth. That came from a farm, apparently a farm in America.
Yep.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, there's and that's open knowledge that we have biochemical warfare and stuff.
Mhm.
They just don't tell you how advanced it is.
Yeah.
Oh, crap.
Yeah, that's crazy. Well, moving on to that, last week I was doing research about like what we were going to talk about the other night,
Mhm.
and so tonight really, and I was at my mom's, and at my mom's, one person has to sleep on the couch because we don't have enough beds or whatever.
Mhm.
So I slept on the couch, and I was looking at conspiracy theories, and I've had 2 friends pass away from suicide, and so I think like this is gonna sound weird, but I think like throughout my day or like just like since they've passed away, like I honestly believe that they know a way to like send hints, because like ghosts communicate best through light is what I've heard and what I've been doing through research. So like since my friends have passed away, I've had like not crazy out of this world experiences, but like just little things throughout the day. And one night after I was done doing research, I was like thinking about them, and at my mom's house we have doors that close to go from the dining room into the family room.
Mhm.
And so you have to close them, otherwise like the dog will escape or whatever. So I remember locking them before I go to sleep. I went to sleep, and when I went to sleep it was like about 11, and then all of a sudden the door is unlocked, like somebody had unhooked it and had pushed and like the doors kept slamming, but everybody else was asleep, and like there was a light that was flickering. So I don't know what that was. It could have just been my imagination going off because I was looking at conspiracy theories for tonight,
It could have been, but
or it could have been supernatural.
somebody trying to talk to you, communicate with you. Well, like I told my story about hearing my grandfather's voice holding that tree that fell right where I was standing,
Mhm.
I believe that we can be communicated to by, I don't want to necessarily say spirits, but by definitely demons. They cast out demons and stuff. And I've seen some really weird things in different places, different countries, different. I'll put it to you this way: I was never really like this until I was in the Marine Corps. After I was in the Marine Corps and some of the stuff that I witnessed, I was like, well, there's more going on here than what we as the average humans understands going on.
Mhm.
And that's when I started little by little researching more and more and more. And then, I finally got to a point where I was just tired of it. I'm like, I can't take no more. Honestly, I felt like my brain was going to explode, and it's like, there's so much stuff I want to espouse here and on my channel, but at the same time, it's like,
Mhm.
because I don't know. It's either people are going to love these videos or they're going to be like, these guys are nuts. Do not watch their channels.
I know I'm a drop from all of my 103 subscribers now.
I actually gained a couple.
The crazy ones are the ones that get the millions views.
Mhm.
That is true. But I don't know. It's just, it's like even rereading some of these books, it's like makes me really think and remember different things that I was just like, oh my gosh, I forgot about that. Like when you mentioned that about Eisenhower, and I was like, oh my gosh, yes, I've read that. I remember that, and I was just, Yeah.
Hey.
So I don't know, man. It's interesting, just and then how many of these conspiracy theories are just put out there as disinformation?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like
You know,
everyone else.
Again, it's like, so that we look at this hand while this hand's robbing you. It's like,
Yeah.
but like I said, I know there's a couple that have been proven now that are conspiracy fact now. It
Yeah.
started off as theories years ago, and it's like, hey, this document and this document and this document got declassified, and this one and this, and all of a sudden, like, oops, guess that was true. And for years the government tried to say, oh, that's not true. That's not true. We would never do something like that. I mean, it's like, yeah.
Whew. Do you think the president knows about all of it? Like, if you become president, do you know all of it?
No, they have a president's book of secrets, and stuff that you do know. But I mean, are you going to sit there as the president? You got so much other crap to do, and you're like, yeah, let's read this book of conspiracy theories that are not conspiracy theories that are true. I mean, you'd probably go nuts.
Yeah.
And if you think about it, any president that's ever went against like big banking and stuff like that, JFK, sitting on his desk was an executive order to end the Federal Reserve when he got killed.
Mm-hmm.
Ronald Reagan, when he got shot, there was some stuff there where they was going to do some more research into the Federal Reserve.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
It just, it's just, you hear all these, makes you wonder.
Yeah, but see, they don't tell the presidents everything, because the president's in there for what, maximum 8 years, yeah?
Yep.
Yes.
Why would you give him all this information where after 8 years he could go, oh, blah 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 blah?
Yeah.
No, they don't tell him everything. That's why he's also got plausible deniability.
Yep, exactly. You got to have plausible deniability. Exactly.
Yeah, he's not told about the aliens. Well, not told about certain other stuff. He's not allowed to know.
Mm-mm.
That's crazy that even the president can't even know.
Well, that's the deep state.
Yeah.
Where you got people behind the scenes that have been there for so many years, whether they're told by their superiors or they just do it themselves, that they control a lot of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you look at it right now, all the dossiers and stuff coming out with all these people that were Comey's right-hand man sitting there at the table with him, that he's there. These guys falsified information, straight up lied, put all this stuff out. And that's why they had these documents to do this stuff for the FISA courts. And then they go, even once they're caught, have any of them guys gotten in trouble?
No, hell no.
Mm-mm.
Interesting. Think about it. If you or I or any of us did something like that, falsified a statement where you signed your name attesting that these statements were true, and you took that up to a judge to get a subpoena or something or a warrant served on somebody, and then they found out that you knowingly lied, we'd be in jail.
So why?
I mean, look at all the stuff that Hillary Clinton's done, and she's still okay. Not getting touched.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, and it's just, and it's both sides. It's not just Republicans. It's not just Democrats.
Right.
It's both sides. This crap they do.
Yeah.
It's just, it's scary. There comes a point to where, they called it when they did the bailout there in 2008. Oh, these businesses are too big to fail. We got to keep them going because of this. Well, there's some organizations and some people that are too big to touch.
Right.
Like Jeffrey Epstein.
Yep.
Isn't he dead?
Yeah. He supposedly hung himself.
Only way they could get rid of him, because he's got way too many secrets.
Yeah, he knew too much about people that had too much power. Exactly.
I mean, he literally could have taken down nearly all of Hollywood.
Oh gosh, plus some old ex-presidents and politicians.
How did he know so much stuff?
Because he was a very bad man. That's what we're gonna say.
Yeah, he was a pedophile and stuff,
and
had and people would fly, and they called it the Lolita Express, where they'd fly to his island, where it wasn't good.
Yeah.
Is that how he got all the information?
That's how you
No.
gain power on somebody. If you can
Yeah.
compromise somebody, either morally or physically or whatever, you have an upper hand on them.
Dang.
You know. And if that person happens to be somebody that's in power,
Yeah.
well, what do you do when you say, "Oh, Mr. President, it's Stanibles on the phone," and you're going, "Oh crap, Stanibles knows about this." Yeah, I'll take the call right now. Oh,
Yeah.
Mr. President or Mr. Congressman, or I really would like this to go through for my business. All righty, buddy, because you really don't want people
Yeah.
to know what. Yep, no problem. We'll make that happen.
Dang.
You know.
Yep.
It's just like all the politicians, they take all these big donations from all these different power groups and stuff, and then they say, "I owe nobody nothing." Oh, BS. How do you get couple $1 million donations and you don't owe that group something?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm a nice guy and I give to charities and stuff. And when I call those charities, if something has to happen, I don't expect them just to jump through hoops for me, but I do expect them to at least take my call because there's a couple charities I make a sizable donation to. And I at least expect them to take my call and get back to me in a timely manner.
Yeah.
But, I don't expect them to jump through hoops. But I'll tell you this, if I gave them millions of dollars, then it'd be like, hey, this guy better be freaking calling me back in 10 minutes,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And then, you're going to people that in essence have the most powerful people in our country. In any country, politicians are super powerful.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, yeah. I don't know.
Well, my computer's almost dead and I got to go eat dinner. So I gotta
Alrighty.
do this. So, thank you guys for joining me. It was really fun.
Yep.
And shout out to our one viewer that is still here.
Is
Whoever
it
you
Tina?
are.
I wonder if it's Tina. She's usually pretty hardcore and sticks around.
So, I also want to thank my now over 100 subscribers, as today we hit 103 or 104. Can't remember. So thank you guys for always watching the videos and subscribing. And can't wait till next Tuesday and even later tonight on your channel, Stan. That should be fun.
Yeah, we'll have some fun. Like I said, I'm keeping it to the max, an hour and a half. I cannot do a 5-hour marathon again.
Yeah.
Right.
That was rough.
Poor baby.
It's not 2 p.m. everywhere. Come on now.
Who's that?
That's Alex.
That's Alex.
Oh, my chair almost flipped over. I had it locked. That scared the snot out of me. Witness a fat guy flip over backwards in his chair. All you see is some feet hanging up here. Yeah.
Oh, look, I called out the one viewer and now it's gone.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
I know who that one viewer was. It was me.
oh, real fair. Yeah, because you watch it on your TV, don't you?
Yeah.
All right.
Sorry.
No
Yeah.
worries.
All right. I'll see you guys later.
You all take
See ya.
care. See you later.
See you
Bye.
tonight.
Take care, everybody.
Right.